Welcome back. Episode number 84 of Briar's Bits, presented to you by Briar.io. Full video always in the Patreon up there. Check out the link /RL Briar. Big news today. Elon Musk has been rumored to be looking at purchasing Bitcoin for months now. I don't know what took him so long, but today the announcement was made. Tesla picked up $1.5 billion with a B in Bitcoin. Let's do it. This story from the Wall Street Journal. Tesla Inc. said Monday that it bought $1.5 billion in Bitcoin, a disclosure that follows Chief Executive Elon Musk's promotion of the cryptocurrency and other digital currency alternatives on Twitter. The electric vehicle company also said it expects to start accepting Bitcoin as payment for its products soon. Prices jumped more than 10% after the announcement, according to cryptocurrency research from CoinDesk. $1.5 billion puts their allocation to about 8% of the Tesla treasury, so about $19 to $20 billion value treasury valuation or assets there. So now $1.5 billion. You do the math. Around 8% of their treasury now in Bitcoin. So the price now up 14.34% for the day, just under $44,000, $43,996. Ethereum at $1,713, up 8.2%, and Link at $25.13, up 3.08%. If you follow this channel, you know that I'm interested in on Federal Reserve. Also, if you're in the Patreon, you saw that I took a position yesterday in on Federal Reserve token, ERSDL. I picked it up just over a penny, and we've seen a bounce. So you're welcome to the people holding that token. Maybe I'm a good luck charm. Up 11.87% today, and looks like it might be bouncing back. So we'll have to see what happens if we can get back over 1.5 pennies. This was just 6 days ago. Now we are right under 2 cents. We went up and touched it briefly. I think up 33.63% the last 24 hours and 57.07% the last 7 days, not to mention over 100% the last 90 days. So on Federal Reserve token, I'm actually having their CEO and co-founder on the podcast on Wednesday. That'll be recorded out Wednesday night or Thursday. They gave me a retweet on Twitter. Go ahead and go follow them. Founder and CEO of Erstal coming on the podcast next week on Federal Reserve. And I'm excited to talk to Howard Krieger about their project on Federal Reserve over here. Check them out. That's the Twitter handle. Go over there. Show them some love. Into a very interesting story from the ex-OCC chief. Brooks calls Tesla's Bitcoin buy a bit scary for the rest of the world, no doubt. Brooks said the U.S. money supply will have risen over 40% over the last 12 months once the most recent round of stimulus is done. That means 40% of U.S. dollars throughout this country's history will have been created over the last 12 months after the next dose of stimuli. So the story goes on here from Kevin Reynolds. The debasing of global currencies, why companies like Tesla and MicroStrategy are investing in Bitcoin. This writing has been on the wall for this for years. He goes on to say that that should be troubling for the rest of the world. Former acting U.S. comptroller of the currency, Brian Brooks, said Monday on CoinDesk TV, "For people who are invested in Bitcoin, it's exciting news," said Brooks, who left the OCC last month. "For people who are looking at the rest of the world, it's actually a bit of scary news." Brooks was responding to parts of Tesla's announcement. On Monday, it has invested $1.5 billion in Bitcoin and would be looking to acquire more digital assets. That news sent the price of Bitcoin to a new all-time high. It did hit $45,000 today. So you can go on and read that article over at CoinDesk. But people are starting to wake up to the debasement of the U.S. dollar and central bank currencies that are created out of debt. All of these central bank currencies, especially the U.S. dollar, which is the most important right now because it is the world's reserve asset or the world's reserve currency. A lot of countries deal in dollars, and that's coming to an end, though. I mean, you can't just debase your money forever. It doesn't go on in perpetuity. The world is going to wake up to this, and this is what Bitcoin hitting $45,000 today represents, the world waking up. So everybody just, do your due diligence, invest in your human capital, make sure that you're not, throwing your money at a lot of these projects. I do have to say, I put out a tweet last night about this. Dogecoin is a funny thing. It's cute. It's whatever. The coin has almost no utility. So a lot of people, in my opinion, are probably going to get hurt in this. And I'm just not a proponent of what's happening right now. It's all the way up to 8 cents. Just not a good look, in my opinion, and not what I want to see. Not going to call out anybody personally. You guys know who's doing the pumping. It doesn't look good, but just make sure you're putting your money into things, not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to buy, but just do your own research. Don't trust some celebrity to make your executive decisions that can affect your entire life and your livelihood and your family's future. That wraps it up for this Monday edition, episode 84, Briar's Biz, presented to you by Briar.io. Check out the Patreon, please. Patreon.com/RL Briar. Check out my books, Briar.io/shop. Written 2 books on this stuff. First one came out early 2018. Second one came out a year later. They're 50 pages each, roughly. A lot of good material in those, in my opinion, that I've gotten a lot of good feedback on those. So everyone have a good night.